What is going on, everybody? Welcome to another brand new installment of For the Love of Wrestling. I am, of course, your host, the Renegade of Wrestling, JJ Williams. Happy Thursday. Christmas is coming. The goose is getting fat. Please to put a penny in the old man's hat. If you haven't got a penny, a halfpenny will do. And if you haven't got a halfpenny, then God bless you. But alas, I digress. Welcome, everybody, for tuning in and joining me today. Should be a nice, easy, fun episode of For the Love of Wrestling. Going to be discussing AEW Dynamite, of course, as that was yesterday's presentation for the weekly episodic wrestling shows. And our show kicked off with the Continental Classic action. Swerve Strickland versus Roosh, and this was a good opening contest here, however it was just another predictable finish because Swerve has been getting pushed like crazy. Not to say Roosh hasn't. Roosh has some more victories in this Gold League than some other people, Jay Lethal and Mark Briscoe, for example, but you knew Swerve was going to take this. Like, there was no doubt in anyone's mind, right? Swerve got it with the Swerve Stomp. And it looked like he got a new entrance video and everything, too. It's a little bit more, I don't want to say poppy, but like his new entrance video pops a little bit more. It's not as dark and dim. I think they're really going to start and play into Swerve being a babyface with the reactions he's getting. So they made his Tron a little bit more bright, not as dark and grungy, if that makes any sense to you guys. Josh says, good morning, JJ. It's almost Christmas. Any chance we get an appearance by Santa Meech? Well, I will say this much, Josh, and I see Santa Meech in the chat, so I don't want to speak for him. He knows how he can get in touch with me. I'm going to say a simple catchphrase that a good friend of mine from Storybrooke, Maine once said. All magic comes with a price. So if I get approval by Santa Meech and you're willing to kick down, then Santa Meech may be in full effect come the end of the stream. If you haven't got a halfpenny, a super chat will do. Yeah, exactly. 'Tis the season for giving. This is, pretty much where I'm at after some annoying shenanigans this morning. That's fair. That's fair. I don't even think I have enough for a super chat at this point of the morning. Oh, there you go. Grandma Daisy in the house. Good morning. So give me 1 second here. Let me try to resituate myself. I legit rolled out of bed, got dressed, and came out here to try to do this morning. It is so good to have the kids out of school now until after my daughter's birthday. Like, I can't even begin to describe how good it feels to not have to wake up at 6:30 in the morning for the next couple weeks. So after the Swerve and Roosh match, we had a Claudio Castagnoli and Bryan Danielson video promo because both members of the BCC have to face off in the Blue League on Saturday for Collision. Same time, we're trying to do the eve of Christmas Eve. These yahoos are trying to throw Claudio Castagnoli and Bryan Danielson at us. giving people only an hour to recuperate. How dare you, Tony Khan? You're on the naughty list. Santa Meach told me. We then had a promo cut by Chris Jericho regarding Kenny Omega's status. And he talks about how after last week's Dynamite, Omega was rushed to the hospital, diverticulitis, and don't know when he's going to come back. Don't know what that's going to do for the Golden Jets. But he gives us this whole big update about him. The crowd starts chanting for Kenny. It was a good little spot there. Jeff says Tony was on the naughty list after London. That's fair. And if he wasn't, he was on the naughty list after the Tuesday Night War. Santa saw those tweets. I know he did. Josh says, when isn't Tony on the naughty list? It's one thing he shares in common with a certain Vincent Kennedy McMahon. And he may have been on your nice list after London, Josh, but then you had to eat that when a certain Second City State came back to the E at Survivor Series. So let's not get too cocky and arrogant, Mansfield. After Jericho's promo, we had the Battle of the Jays. Just kidding. That's how tired I am and how tired I was taking my notes last night. Forgive me. After the Jericho promo, we had Mark Briscoe versus Jay Lethal. And both men came into this match with 0 points. So it was all just a battle for honor. And Briscoe was able to get his first and only 3 points with a win here. Both men adhered to the code of honor, even though this wasn't an ROH match, and shook hands post-match. This was a great match. There was one spot where they literally chopped each other from post to post to post to post and back, and did the entire length of the ring just chopping each other. It was hysterical. Josh says, yeah, shut it, JJ. I'm just hoping YouTube is nice to you guys here soon. Well, I did get an email from Google AdSense this morning saying that my payment is processing. So some point today, last month's Super Chats and earnings will hit my bank account. Thank you again to everybody, because that's going to be the biggest payout I've had to date. And we'll talk more about the Christmas karaoke at the end of the show. Give me 1 second here, because I saw Jeff's offer. I just shot you the link, brother. Take your time getting ready. Let me get through the rest of the recap, and then we can bring you on post-commercial in time for the show portion. We then had a video package of MJF being inducted into the National Jewish Sports Hall of Fame. This was so cool to see. This was very, very awesome, because, yeah, seeing MJF at this age and at this point in his game getting inducted into a Hall of Fame like that, I think is so cool, because as he said in the promo, like, he's only 27 years old and he's only been in the business for less than 10 years. So for him to already being inducted into a Hall of Fame, like, dude, And like, I get the fact that it's the Jewish Hall of Fame. It's not the Pro Wrestling Hall of Fame or the Cauliflower Alley or anything like that. But still, you're being inducted into a Hall of Fame that is filled with other professional athletes of Jewish heritage. And to get that honor at an age like 27 and not when you're 40 or 50 years old, I think that just speaks volumes about where MJF is in his game right now. We then had a Wardlow video package, and long and the short of it is he basically says that he's going to be the one to bring the devil to his knees. We then go to Samoa Joe, and he comes out to the ring and he is looking for some answers. He talks about the attacks and he calls out MJF because he says that Roderick Strong may not be the brightest bulb of the bunch, but he made some very valid points last week. So he calls MJF out. And he talks about how all the people that were attacked very brutally, and yet when MJF was attacked, he seemed to just kind of be lying there, not really having been hit too terribly hard. And a little bit of a, suspicious activity there. And then Max flips it on Joe and is like, yeah, but when the Devil's Henchmen came out, they attacked everybody except you. How do we know you're not behind everything? And both men begin to get attacked by the Devil's Henchmen, and this is more than 4 people at this point. This is like, I'm giving a haha here, but this is like NWO numbers because these motherfuckers kept coming and coming and coming, and Joe and MJF would battle them off, and then more people would jump the barricade, and it was nuts. Then the lights went out. The devil appeared on the screen. Didn't say a word. Devil disappeared from the screen, and words began to appear on the Tron, saying basically, will you accept our challenge for a tag team title match next week? And it's like, ooh. So the final Dynamite before the end of the year, before World's End, we could very easily have a tag title change. This sounds interesting. I'm curious to see where they're going to go with this. If they're going to have the titles change hands, if it's going to be schmozzy, and at World's End, MJF is going to have to pull double duty again. But either way, it's like, man, interesting. Grandma Daisy says that she wants Demolition with Crust and Orient Express with Kato in the 2024 WWE Hall of Fame. I don't know about all that, Grandma Daisy, but we'll see what happens. They probably won't even start talking about WWE Hall of Fame until Rumble time. See, I have higher hopes, but not really, if that makes any sense, Josh. After that, we had Chris Statlander, Orange Cassidy, Trent Beretta, and Rocky Romero all backstage with Renee Paquette. And she's mainly talking to Rocky about, where's he been? Because he hasn't been around too terribly much this year. And he talks about how he's been champion in, I believe it was CMLL, for a good chunk of the year, just lost the title, and he's looking for more international championships. And Orange Cassidy, without missing a beat, is like, fine, Rock, I'll see you on Friday. Like, he takes it as a challenge, even though Rocky wasn't trying to make a challenge. And Trent and Statlander are both kind of patting him on the back like, yay, good luck. You get a shot. We then go to Riho versus Saraya, and Timeless Tony Storm is on commentary for this one. This was a good contest by both women, and we had a Meteora from Riho to secure the victory. Riho has now defeated both Ruby and Saraya. All that she's got left is Tony to get even from when the Outcasts beat her down, and Tony was still a part of the Outcasts. We've got Mariah May come out and kind of like post-match, Riho tried to get the better of Tony. Mariah May came out, used Tony's title to kind of knock her out. You know what, Josh? I actually wasn't paying attention to the time last night because I had to watch it back on DVR. I didn't watch the live broadcast or the replay because I had some time in the house to myself, so I was just kind of chilling and unwinding. I watched it off of the DVR, so I didn't know what time it actually hit. Considering everything else that happened after that, I'm going to guess it happened closer to 9 o'clock. After that match, Tony Schiavone had to read a prepared statement from Christian Cage, and he says that he's gone on vacation with Nick Wayne, and he will respond to Adam Copeland's challenge on Collision this Saturday. We then have MJF backstage, and at first he's talking to Joe, walks off from Joe, approaches the Mogul Embassy locker room, and he sees a ski mask on the floor, like one of the ones that the Devil's Henchmen wear. And he knocks on the door, and Swerve opens it. And MJF and Swerve go back and forth, man, trading insults and verbal jabs. You know, MJF talking about how there's levels to this and Swerve's not on his level. And Swerve bringing up the fact that, you know, MJF does tryouts while he signs contracts, in reference to MJF's failed tryout with the WWE. Just crazy back and forth stuff. Awesome promo. Should be out there on socials. I highly recommend you check it out. Josh, I don't know if Collision was taped. More than likely it was. We then got Roderick Strong versus Commander. And again, this was some fast-paced action, and pretty much what I expected to happen happened. Roderick Strong got the victory, immediately called for his neck brace to get put back on. Post-match, the Kingdom tried to flyer the front row with flyers that say MJF is the devil. Renee interviews Roddy in the ring post-match, and he continues to perpetuate his claims about Roddy being, or MJF being the devil. We then had a video of the stars of AEW getting a private sneak peek screening of the new Aquaman film. And I'm not trying to be mean here, so please don't take this as throwing shade. But I would hardly call Luther, Ethan Page, Nyla Rose, Evil Uno, Christopher Daniels, and Ryan Nemeth the stars of AEW. Hardly would call them that. Because other than Ethan Page, who had a match at the Ring of Honor pay-per-view, and Christopher Daniels, who have been in a couple of squash matches lately, I can't tell you when I saw the last of those people on television. Now, if they had said a private screening for some AEW talent, Okay, I could buy that. The stars of AEW? None of those motherfuckers are the stars of AEW. Why is a live collision bad? Yeah, to Josh's point, they should have gotten the time off. Triple H made a decree where starting the Tuesday after this past Raw until next Tuesday, the 26th, there's no house shows, nothing. Everything is taped. Let the stars go home and have Christmas, the holidays with their family. TK trying to be the one to one up everybody. Kind of surprised that he's making a live Dynamite, a live Collision going into Christmas. So his talent is working on the 23rd. Yeah. Hate tweets can be directed to at ROWJJ Williams with the subject line, I have to bitch about something. So here you go, Renegade. Main event was Jay White versus Mox. This was a good match until my DVR cut. Because apparently Tony didn't get approval for the overage. And so I didn't get to see the end of the match. Mox did get the L here. I found out when I went to go read everything. Putting Switchblade over. So now, come next week, it's going to be a triple threat to see who wins the Gold League. Mox, Swerve, and Switchblade. That's great that he tweeted about that, Josh, but for whatever reason, it didn't tape on my stream. And it's supposed to tape the entire live broadcast. I've never had that happen before, even when they do overages. I've never had it cut out. And I know that I don't have a full enough DVR because I delete shit all the time. So I don't know what happened, but didn't get to see the finale, the finale of the match. That's what I'm trying to say. So we're going to take a very brief commercial, as we always do at this time. Going to show you the friends of the JMN and how you can follow everybody. So get your screenshotter ready. And when we come back, we will have a special guest to help us close out the show. Josh says, man, TK is really on your naughty list this year. I try to be very fair. I really do. But from a personal level, he's been on my naughty list since Brawl Out. And I think that's fair. Ladies and gentlemen, for the first time on For the Love of Wrestling, welcome into the studio, Jeff Meacham.
JJ, the legendary band CCR wanted to know if we've ever seen the rain coming down on a summer day. I can't speak for a summer day, but it is raining like a mucker feather in December here in Santa Clarita, and I don't like it. But I am here. It's Christmas season, and we are about the love of wrestling on this channel, at least during this time slot. But yeah, Tony Khan's been on the naughty list since about what year the Jaguars get formed?
Damn.
Just saying.
You see, because I don't follow football, so that doesn't bother me.
I know. I'm just being mean because I hate because
I would say Brawl Out is a fair assessment because
Brawl Out is more than fair.
allowing that to happen and
Yeah.
not punishing everybody properly and not
Yes.
forcing them to make money off of it and do business was kind of the straw to break the proverbial camel's back.
I don't even mind them not doing business. It's just that the punishments were not fair at all. One guy took a lot bigger hit than everybody else, and it was bullshit. And we spell bullshit on this channel, BEWSHEET, bullshit.
Yes.
That's how we spell it around here. So anyway.
You mentioned how rainy it is out there in Santa Clarita, and you're not that far from me. You're like an hour and a half drive, depending on the insanity of the traffic.
Well, it is LA area.
They tried to say the traffic is terrific, and I call bullshit on that one.
Oh yeah. Every time I hear a Karen Carpenter, I'm like, no, the traffic's horrific, sweetheart. Not getting shit off. That's enough out of you.
And she's from California, so she knows.
Oh, she knows. They both know.
She knows.
They both know. They understand.
So I won't rub into your face that it's sunny and 50 degrees out here in Victorville right now.
Hey, as long as it ain't sunny and 75, I've started hitting people if it's sunny and 75. If you know, you know.
I definitely know. And right now I would take a 75 day over a 50
right?
Day, you know, that's just
me. No shit. Sorry, I had the fan on. It's like I get the heater on because the house is so cold, but I'm sitting here, trying to I swear my body thinks it's a woman going through menopause. I can't decide between hot and cold. It's pissing me off. It's driving me crazy. Anyway.
So Meech's new nickname is Katy Perry, and if you know,
That's right.
I'll digress.
That's right. George from Meech's menopause coming up on Monday, apparently. So it's all good. Yeah,
The new show.
New show coming up. That's the first of the year.
But,
I have no idea what's happening right now.
So I brought you on here, sir, because it's the shill portion.
Oh yeah, that's right.
You are the shill king.
I am the shill king. Yes.
Tell everybody about Talk Wrestling this evening.
Talk Wrestling this evening is actually going to be the last time Talk Wrestling's on Thursday. And I made that decision by my damn self this week because I said to myself, as Conrad often says, self, I'm tired of getting preempted for shit. I'm tired of getting moved around for shit and trying to squeeze myself in on a different day to cater to the whims of other channels. So what we're going to do is we're going to flip the Monday show and the Thursday show and just go starting next week, actually. There'll be no Monday show, period, for me, except the wee hours that we do dads, and we'll get to that show momentarily. But first of the year, we will have Meech's Musings on Thursdays and Talk Wrestling on Monday. But tonight's episode of Talk Wrestling, 7 o'clock Eastern, 4 Pacific, will be kind of just one of those, if y'all want to ask me something, go ahead. I'm in the Christmas spirit. I won't bitch at you for super chatting this week because we have a potential super chat extravaganza coming up, and it better be a super chat extravaganza Saturday. There's going to be some shit going down because Saturday's a big day, and I have cleared this schedule. I'm going to be here till tomorrow afternoon because this rain is just is not happy. So I'll be here through tomorrow night. Missed the Kings game last night, which apparently wasn't a big deal in the grand scheme of things because they sucked too yesterday. But yeah, Talk Wrestling tonight will be one of those just ask what you want. Wrestling or not, hell, it'll be a talk anything tonight at the end of the day.
There you go.
But Saturday, man. Saturday, I know we've both been looking forward to for a hot minute, as has the primary person in the chat room today. So we're gonna have ourselves a Yuletide.
The second annual open mic night, eve of Christmas Eve karaoke extravaganza.
Yes.
And that is a mouthful.
It is.
But it's worth it. 8 o'clock Pacific, 11 o'clock Eastern.
Yes.
Again, the karaoke special that started it all. It
Absolutely.
was only supposed to be a one-off thing last year.
It really was.
But people loved it so much that we brought it back for WrestleMania, and we did wrestling themed karaoke, and we were like,
We
okay,
did.
that'll probably be it. Maybe we'll do wrestling themes on Christmas every year and just call it a day.
Yeah, exactly.
But so many people, a couple of people in particular, I'm not going to throw them under the proverbial bus, but if so many people kept hitting us up on open mic night wanting us to sing. So we realized that there was a market there. And when there's a market, you turn out the product for the market.
That's right.
So we ended up coming up with quarterly karaoke shows.
That's called capitalism, boys and girls.
We've done Disney, we've done British Invasion, and now we're looping back around to the second annual Christmas. And it's going to be a little bit different this year than we did it last year. We are actually giving a Christmas present to you, the fans.
We are. This is true.
We still have the $5 super chat tier, where a $5 super chat will spin both wheels, determine who's going to sing and from what category and genre they're going to sing. And then we've got a $15 and a $25 super chat tier.
Yes.
Both of those tiers are BOGO. Buy one, get one free.
Wow.
The $15 tier, you get to pick who sings. We'll spin the category wheel, and they get to pick what they want to sing from said category.
Right.
Twice. And then the $25 tier, you get to pick who sings. You get to pick what they sing. So, for example, one of our regulars last time donated a $100 super chat.
This is accurate.
If that were to happen again, they could make the same person have to sing 8 songs instead of only 4.
That's a lot. That's a whole Christmas album for some artists.
At least an EP. EPs usually go between 6 and 8 tracks.
Fair,
you usually have to get 10 plus to get an album.
That's true. Yeah, you get them extended shits. It's way off. Yeah.
But we wanted to try to make things a little bit easier for you guys to super chat and donate, because we realize it's 4 days to Christmas as of today. On Saturday, it'll literally be 2 days before Christmas. And I know that there are some of you out there who are last minute. Maybe something just came out that wasn't on the list that you wanted to get for your kid, and now you got to rush out to find it. Maybe you just found out that some family member is coming over that you weren't expecting, and they've got a toddler that now you've got to go out and get something for, because you don't want them to have nothing on Christmas morning. So we're trying to make it easy for y'all and give you this opportunity for the BOGO.
Now, we do already know, thanks to Emmanuel, that Santa Meach will be there Saturday at the start of the show, as a matter of fact.
Yes.
Luckily, without the benefit of the music, because I'll have my earbuds in. I mean, Santa will have his earbuds in to save you all from the journey to Wham. I know you got hit, and it was a tragic event.
I've gone to Wham Holla like 15 times over because of my Spotify playlist, and you know what? I don't give up.
Oh, I'm sorry, I was confusing. Yesterday it was my father. He was out to lunch, and sadly, the Red Robin got him. So, I have encouraged Santa Meach to wear the earbuds when he very generous super chat from Emmanuel super chatted for Santa Meach to sing Last Christmas. So, to save you all, I will not be playing the music behind it. And for Santa to save himself, he'll probably be playing Taylor Swift's version in his ears, if I'm being honest, because that's just a better version for him. Now, I can also guarantee you that regardless of if somebody lands on The Night Before Christmas, which actually is a song, and some artists sing it. I don't know if it's on the wheel or not.
It is not.
It is not. Well, then I will make this offer here. This is the first time I'm talking about it. This is live as it happens on For Love of Wrestling. Somebody wants to donate a super chat of 25 BOGO or however you want to slice it up. I or Santa Meach, depending on what you request for the $25, will read the night before Christmas. Now, I can't claim to be as good as Shinsuke Nakamura with the American Nightmare Before Christmas on Monday because that shit was gold, by the way. Good job, Nakamura. Praise for that. But I will do my best, or Santa Meach will do his best, depending on what you ask for. Because if we're going to have the eve of Christmas Eve karaoke spectacular, and that's a mouthful, like you said, and by the way, low-key glad it's on the 21st next year. We don't have to say all that eve of Christmas Eve nonsense. That's a lot to say.
It is.
I'm just ecstatic for this whole weekend, man. We've got that on Saturday. We got Christmas morning with my family Sunday morning because that's the way it worked out. And then Christmas Day, I got a sneak peek of part of the exclusive content for Christmas Day. Oh, just warmed the cockles of my heart and just ignited my lack of ginger soul watching that callback. It's good stuff.
Just remember, not everybody is going to get to see the version you saw.
No, I understand that.
But yeah, I had to share with him because for those of you that are unaware, and to give you guys the opportunity, for the members only section dropping at midnight on Christmas morn, Noah Foster and I will be calling the entire Flair Steamboat trilogy.
Oh my.
Match 1 and 2 have already been recorded. I'm actually not going to be there for Talk Wrestling today because we're supposed to film at 4 o'clock Pacific, 7 Eastern. Match 3 today.
It's all good, man.
But yeah, Noah, in his infinite love of pure wrestling at its finest, has never seen any of these matches until getting into the booth to call them with me. So every reaction he is giving on these videos is 100% genuine because he had never seen them before.
And I can verify the validity of those surprise calls because, like I said,
I know I had seen the Chi-Town Rumble before.
Right.
I'm pretty sure I had seen the Wrestle War one before.
Yeah.
I'm not positive if I had seen the Clash of the Champions one before, the one that went almost an hour, 2 out of 3 falls.
Right. But if you had the Flair geek,
I think I had seen all 3 of them at least once, but I know, like, I have accurate memory of having seen the 2 shorter of the 3.
Right.
So, still, man, being able to go back and relive these and call them with Noah and then present them for you guys.
Right.
Subscribers of the members only section, which again, if you're not a subscriber and you want to see this, $5 a month. That's it. And you're going to get 2+ hours of wrestling content to watch on Christmas morning. And I get most of y'all ain't going to sit and watch it on Christmas morning.
No.
Y'all got stuff to do with your family. But we're giving it to you on Christmas morning because it is my gift to you, my paying subscribers.
Yes.
So
now
you've got whenever you want to watch it. If you can't sit through it until the 26th, the 27th, so be it. But we're giving it to you. And again, first video is like 40 minutes.
Yes.
With our banter and then the match call.
Yes.
Second video is a little over an hour with the match call and our banter. I don't know what the third video is going to be like yet, but we're probably looking at about 2.5 hours of content for y'all for $5.
Yeah. Crazy.
Arguably the greatest trilogy in wrestling history. Like I said on that first call that you saw, we're talking the original Star Wars trilogy. We're talking Back to the Future. We are talking comparable to greatness.
Absolutely. It's one of those matches anytime you put those two guys in the ring against each other, you had gold. And they've both said over the years, their greatest matches were in front of the live crowds that nobody really got to see, except the people that were paying there. There actually is one of those matches during that time period that Meltzer actually gave over 5 stars to. I know we are not really big on Meltzer around here, but the fact that he gave it more than 5, it was just a random house show match. That's how much magic these two created when they got together.
Yep.
And in that same vein, when the two of us get together to talk about Christmas stuff,
yes,
the magic just happens. And you will see that Monday morning also at the stroke of midnight across both our channels.
Yes, absolutely. Let me find the graphic there. There it is, because I did
Trying to pause for that cough. It didn't work out very well. But yes, our top 10 Christmas songs about Santa Claus. And if you remember, prior to our December 11th episode, where we had our top 10 songs during Christmas that aren't about Christmas, there you go. There you go. Beautiful transition. We did mention there was a poll up for you at home, or if you're watching at work or lunch or whatever. If you're watching at work, go for it. I don't give a shit if your boss likes it or not.
Well, this close to Christmas, most bosses are a little bit more lenient about stuff like that,
especially Christmas stuff, right? So we did mention there was a poll, and you guys got to pick the best of the best out of the 2 top songs, because number 1, we couldn't decide between the 2 of us which song was better, and number 2, we didn't want to take the blame if y'all didn't like the choice. It's all on you.
Our fans got to vote between Santa Claus is Coming to Town and Here Comes Santa Claus.
That's it.
Poll winner became number 1. Poll loser became number 2. We ranked 3 through 10. And again, come Christmas morning, midnight, you'll get to see that.
All that in just the next few days alone. It's crazy. And we've been calling the watch-alongs the Weeks Are Gonna Die tour, but it really kicked in with Survivor Series, and now we're going to World's End. And after last night's show, man, I am looking more forward to World's End than I was. A lot of stuff booked for that show now, so I'm here for it. What the hell is this? Oh, it's a stupid movie.
As am I.
There we go. Okay. Thank you for bringing me on. I appreciate it. It's always good to see your audience. Always good to know that I'm loved and wanted around here. So
absolutely. I'm gonna end this show the same way I did the one prior to Thanksgiving, with a little song video clip. If I end up not being able to monetize this video as a result of it, so be it. It's not what it's about this year.
It's fair.
It's same video I ran there. I'm gonna just run this song from Muppet Christmas Carol, kind of reminding everybody what the season is about, and then we will be out of here. So, for Jeff Meacham, thank you for joining me. I am, of course, the Renegade Wrestling JJ Williams, reminding you to be back here the day after Christmas, as there will be no show on Christmas Monday, as I do my weekend recaps. And until then, I'll catch y'all next time.
God bless us, everyone. Life is a loving family I hold dear. No place on earth compares with home, and every path will bring me back from where I roam. Bless us all that we live. We always comfort and we can with those need we see. always alright. Let's all take our seats now. Let's have dinner.
Spirit? Tell me.
The Jeff Beecham Network, Multiverse of Media. For over 15 years, the recognized symbol of excellence and the standard bearer in coverage of sports and entertainment.
Thank you, JJ. Appreciate you.